Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all good and welcome to the daily current affairs. September 30 we observe International Translation Day and theme for this day is United in Translation. And this every year on September 30 we observe this day as an International Translation Day. And this day is aims to celebrate the work of language translation professionals which facilitates the dialogue. And at first this day is celebrated in the year 1991. Next one. September 30, we also observe World Maritime Day. And theme for the World Maritime Day 2021 is Seafarers at the core of shipping's future. And this day, and this theme is and this theme reflects a clear need to raise awareness of seafarers' crucial role in the world trade and increase their visibility. And the theme for the year 2021 will provide the opportunity to focus on seafarers as the people at the heart of shipping and also to safety of the seafarers, maritime security, and the environmental protection of seafarers' well-being. Next one. September 29th, we observe World Heart Day, and the theme for the World Heart Day is use heart to connect. And every year this day is celebrated as the World Heart Day to draw people's attention to heart illness and range of associated health issues. And this day is also observed to create awareness of the cardiovascular diseases including heart diseases and strokes and highlights the preventive and control measures. And especially this World Heart Day is observed on the last Sunday of September. First of all, this day is celebrated in the year 2000. Next one. Avik Sarkar re-elected as Press Trust of India chairman. Here, this PTI. Avik Sarkar is re-elected as the chairman of PTI. Here, the Avik Sarkar is the editor and the vice chairman of the Anand Bazar group of publications, and now he was re-elected as the chairman of PTI. Here, the PTI is the country's largest premier news agency. Where the PTI headquarters is at New Delhi, which is founded in the year 1947. Next one. Fumio Kishida to become Japan's next prime minister. Here, the former Prime Minister of Japan is Yoshihide Suga, and now here the Fumio Kishida replaces the former Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga. Here he won the about 257 votes in the elections, and the capital of Japan is Tokyo, and the currency is Japanese yen. Next one. Kevin Kerr CMD CK Ranganathan named as new AIMA president. Here the full form of AIMA is All India Management Association. Here the Ranganathan is a chairman and the managing director of Kevin Kerr. Now he is appointed as the president of AIMA. Here he takes over from Harshpati Sangania, who is the former president is Harshpati Sangania, and he is the vice chairman and the managing director of the JK Paper Limited. And here the Ranganathan tenure as a president is going to be held for 1 year. Next one. Sojat Mehendi Henna from Rajasthan and the Judima rice wine from Assam gets GI tag. Here the Judima rice wine is a local fermented drink which is made up of rice which is special from Assam, and the Sojat Mehendi which is originated from the Mehendi leaves in the Sojat, and these are naturally cultivated using the rainwater, and this can be seen in the Pali district in Rajasthan. These two got the GI tag, that is geographical indication tag. Here the GI tag is awarded to products which are associated with a specific geographical origin, and this award is not only helps in tracing the origins of products but also helps in confirming authority and the marketing of indigenous specialties. Recently we have also seen that Naga cucumber from Nagaland get the GI tag, and the Manipuris Manipur's chili and Tamenglong orange has also got the GI tag. Next one. RBI sets WMA limit for central government for at rupees 50,000 crore. Here the WMA means ways and means advance. Here the RBI sets a limit for the central government is up to 50,000 crores. Whereas uh, it will going to be increase its loan for the government of India, where it will, if it will utilizes the 75% of the WMA limit. And this limit is given by the RBI for the government for the second half of the financial year 22, that is from October 2021 to the March 2022. Here the governor of RBI is Shaktikant Das, and it is headquartered at Mumbai, and RBI is founded in the year 1935. Next one. RBI imposes 2 crore penalty on RBL Bank for deficiencies in regulatory compliance. The RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, has imposed 2 crore penalty on RBL Bank according to for non-compliance with provisions of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Yeah, recently RBI has also fined the Jammu and Kashmir State Cooperative Bank with 11 lakh penalty for inadequacy in regulatory adherence. The MD and CEO of RBL Bank is Vishwavir Ahuja, and it is headquartered in Mumbai, which is founded in the year 1943. Next one. NPCI tie up with Yes Bank for Rupee on the go contactless payment solution. Here the NPCI full form is National Payments Corporation of India. It has partnered with the Yes Bank for the first of its kind Rupee on the go contactless payment solution, where this on the go contactless payment solution is mainly a wearable payment solution, where the customers can pay their amount in the shops by using their wearable like watches, wearable accessories like watches. And this solution can be would be eliminated the need to carry a physical card by the customers, and they can be pay up to rupees 5,000 rupees without any need for pin. And this solution is based on a simple tap pay go and mechanism. Here the MD and CEO of NPCI is Dilip Asbe. It is headquartered in Mumbai, and it is founded in the year 2008. Whereas the S Bank MD and CEO is Prashant Kumar, and it is headquartered in Mumbai. Next one. Government of India increases the income limit of disabled dependents for family pension to 30 percentage. Here the Ministry of Defence and the Union Government has decided to increase the income limit of disabled dependents for family pension to 30 percentage and this that increased pension will be given to the children or the siblings suffering from mental or physical disability. Next one. The Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment launches Elder Line, where this Elder Line is India's first pan-India helpline for senior citizens, where the senior citizens can call to the toll-free number 14567. And this platform will allow the senior citizens to connect and share their concerns and get information and also the guidance on problems that they face on day-to-day basis, where it will provide the free information and guidance on the pension issues, legal issues, where and it also gives the emotional support and also even intervenes on the field in cases of abuse also, where this elder line is uh, developed by the Tata Trust and NSC Foundations. Next one. North Korea tests fire hypersonic missile Hwasong 8. Here this Hwasong 8 is a hypersonic missile which is successfully tested by the North Korea, and it is and the main aim of this to develop this hypersonic missile is to increase the nation's capabilities for the self defense. And this missile was one of the 5 most important new weapon systems which is laid by the North Korea in the 5-year military development plan. And earlier they have tested three missiles in the last month itself, where this hypersonic missile Hwasong 8 can be moved with a speed of sound which is 5 times more than the speed of sound. And the North Korea supreme leader is Kim Jong Un, and the capital is Pyongyang, and the currency is North Korean won. Next one. Jill Albina Association for Humanitarian Development wins 2021 UNHCR Nansen Refugee Award. Here this Jean Albina Association for Humanitarian Development is a organization from Yemen which has declared as the winner of 2021 Nansen Refugee Award. Here the UNHCR full form is United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, and this award is won by a human award is won by Jean Albin Humanitarian Development for giving the prestige, for giving the support, and also providing the lifeline to tens of thousands of Yemenis people displaced by the country's conflicts. And this award is given especially given for the individuals or the group of organizations for going above and beyond the call of duty to protect the refugees. Next one. Rohit Sharma became the first batsman to score 1000 runs against one team in IPL. Yet the Rohit Sharma has scored 1000 runs against one IPL team, that is Kolkata Knight Riders. He scored 1000 runs against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Now the total score he scored against the Kolkata Knight Riders is 1115 runs, and he is the first batsman to achieve this. Next one. ICC launches T20 World Cup anthem, and the anthem name is Leave the Game. Whereas the ICC, that is International Cricket Council, has launched the official anthem for the upcoming T20 World Cup, which is going to be held in the Oman on from October 17 to November 14. And the anthem name is called Leave the Game. In this the song is composed by the Bollywood music director Amit Trivedi, and in this song there are total animated film features have been seen in this game. Next one. Ranveer Singh named India's NBA brand ambassador. Here the NBA means National Basketball Association, and the Bollywood actor Ranveer Singh has named brand ambassador for the NBA India, and he will work with the NBA to help grow the league's profile in India throughout its landmark as of the 75th anniversary session. Next one. Indra Nui Memoir, My Life in Full, Work, Family and Our Future. Here it is a memoir. This book is a memoir of Indra Nui, and it is published by Hacheti India. In this book, he shared her experiences as a secrets of balancing work and also the family life. And here Indra Nui is the former chairperson and the CEO of PepsiCo. Next one. Thank you everyone. Stay safe, stay strong.